come in my house, take off your shoes, take off your sneakers, and punish that like button. It costs you absolutely nothing to punish that like button. This is the video of Carmelo Anthony fleeing from the incident. After watching and rewatching and watching this video, I don't know, y'all, it seems like Carmelo Anthony is innocent. Now, before y'all, dog me out, just hold up. When I was looking at this video, of course it doesn't show when he pulled out the blicky and got the blicky in, right? It didn't show that. It just showed him taking off running. Now, somebody would say, well, Donta, innocent people don't run from a, no, they do run. Innocent people do run. Why? Because if he was being assaulted, right? From my understanding, the Austin brothers, right? They are the one that descended on him and put hands on him first. So, of course, if he's getting jumped, he's going to pull out the blicky and get the blicky in, right? And then he's going to run because, matter of fact, a lot of y'all people, I realize, never been into a physical altercation. If you are getting jumped and you feel like your life in danger, and if you got a knife on you and you start poking, you're not thinking that I just took somebody's life. You thinking I got to get out of here. And that's what I seen. Now, I don't know what his mindset was, but me being a prior convict, me being an ex-person that stayed with a bloody knife back in my teenage years and in my convict years, if I'm getting assaulted, I'm going to pull out my knife and I'm going to start poking it. And then I'm going to run and get out of there so I don't get caught. So looking at this video, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. At first, I was on the fence. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Because I'm still on the fence, but I'm more leaning on that this is self-defense. But y'all let me know in the comment section. Because I really don't know. Now, we're going to discuss another important detail in a hot moment. But first, I got to share a quick story time with y'all right quick, okay? It's dealing with my cousin. My cousin, right, he 22 years old. His girlfriend been beating the dog crap out of him. So, peep the scene, y'all. I need for y'all to let me know, when is it okay for a man to put his hands on a woman? Now, I know y'all like, what? Donta, what you just say? Did you just say, when is it okay for a man to put his hand on a woman? What? Stop playing military mind games, y'all. We all know couples that is super duper toxic with a woman. Well, in this case, my cousin has been getting whooped out by this woman. Let me give y'all the dynamics of this relationship. My cousin is 5'4". He's a very small dude. The girl that he's with is an Amazonian. This girl is like 6'1", and she a big one. She a big girl. Like, this girl weigh about 305. So she a big chick, like really big, tall and big, right? When you see them together, you like, what? This is a strange sight. But anyway, she been whooping him out for the past 3 months. And most of us would say, well, why won't he just leave? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. See, here's the thing. She take care of him, buy him food, clothes, and shoes. He became real dependent of this woman. And last night I get a call. Hey man, bro, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I'm like, I'm in the bed. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, y'all. I'm in the bed. He like, bro, man, come pick me up, man. Come pick me up. I'm like, man, where's you at? He like, man, I'm walking down the street. I'm on Door Highway. I'm like, what happened? He like, man, just come pick me up, man. This bee done busted my head open. So I said, all right, man, here I come. So I roll over. I tell my wife, like, man, so-and-so just got his head cracked or whatever. Man, I'm about to go pick him up, right? So I get in the car and I'm driving, right? And I'm calling him. I'm like, man, where you at, man? He's not picking up the phone. So I hit the gas because maybe he done passed out because it's hot outside, right? So I hit the gas and I'm going. So I pulls up and I'm shooting up and down Door Highway. So I end up going to his house, right? And I hear it. I'm sorry, but you should have never made me mad. I told you to get the fuck off the video game, right? Man, you said you weren't going to hit me no again. Well, don't make me mad. This is the conversation that I'm hearing outside their house. So my cousin went back there after calling me, right? After calling me, talking about his head got busted open. And I hear him and this girl arguing. She's telling him, like, well, you should have never made me mad. And he talking about, you said you was never going to hit me again. So I'm sitting there like, so I got out my bed. I bet it up. So I turned around to go get back in my car. And then I hear, Dad, get off me, man. And I heard a muffled noise. And this is my cousin. So I'm assuming like this girl is attacking him again. So I instantly go back to the door and I bang on the door. Boom, boom, boom. I said, man, open the door, man. Open the door. And he like, Dante, help me. So I stand back and I go, boom, right? I boot the door in, right? The first thing that I see when I walk in this house is this big woman on top of my cousin and she choking him out. This dude have a Band-Aid, a big bandage on the side of his head with blood coming out of it. And this big, massive woman is on top of my cousin with her hands around his neck, choking him out like for real. So I run over there and I go, boom. I kick her right in the side, like, boom, right? Like Hulk Hogan tomahawk kicker. Boom, right on the side of the ribs, right? She go, boom, right? So I run over there and I grab her by her shirt, like, man, what the fuck is you doing to my cousin, man? What the fuck is you doing to my cousin, right? So then she was like, let me go, right? So now I know some of y'all like, Dante, you wrong. Why would you do that to a girl? Let me ask y'all a question. What if the roles was reversed? What if my guy cousin was a girl and this was a 300-pound man on top of my girl cousin? Would y'all have a problem with that? Would it be an issue then? Y'all say, congratulations, Dante. Thank you for helping your female cousin because her big boyfriend is beating her up and choking her out. Thank you. You did a good job. But is it wrong that I, boom, kick this big, massive woman off my cousin because she was taking his life? So anyway, I got her like this, right? I'm like, man, don't ever put your hand on my cousin, man. Don't ever put your hand, man, look what you did to him. Look what you did to him. So she started scratching towards me. And I was like, man. So she scratched me right here, y'all. And I kind of blacked out. I kind of blacked out. So I was like, threw it back down. I said, boom, boom, boom. I'm just playing, y'all. I'm just playing with y'all. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I just knew y'all was going like, oh my God, Dante, why would you do that? Like, boom, 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 right? But no, I didn't do No, I didn't do that. So I'm grabbing her like this. I was like, don't ever do that to my cousin again. Look at him. He over there bleeding, man. Look at him, right? Oh, she was like, let me go. Let me go. So I yell at my cousin. I ain't going to put his name out there. You know, his mama might call me like, come on, Donta, why you put my son out there like that? I said, hey, man, get your shit and go get in the car. Get in the car. She was like, he ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. I said, hey, get your shit and get in the motherfucking car, right? So he like, all right, cuz, all right. So I said, don't ever touch him again. Don't you ever put your hands on my goddamn cousin again, right? So I get up, right? Now, I don't know if this woman was just used to putting her hands on my cousin and she just felt like she can just whoop any man at this point. Let me tell y'all something. I'm 6'2". Right now, I weigh about 230, 235-ish, right? Yeah, I need to hit the gym. You know, I kind of, it's been the summertime. You know, we came off of a hard winter. You know, I know I need to hit the gym, get back to shape. You know what I'm saying? I turn that fat to muscle. I know that. But I am an intimidating looking guy, right? I'm very intimidating looking. So for her, when I let her up, for her to run up on me, have you ever felt like somebody tried to snuff you or sneak you and you feel that wind when they miss, when they throw that punch? I felt the wind and go, whoo. I turned around, this woman was in full guard, right? I'm like, what? So she was like, my motherfucking boyfriend ain't going nowhere. And she threw a jab, like she tried to jab me. I said, oh. So I came back like, right? She was like, boom, boom. And she was like, yeah, I like that. So I said, all right, bet. Boom, boom, bow, right? Hit her with that elbow. Boom. When I say she hit the floor, she flatlined like boom, right? She hit the floor. My cousin, and this is why I don't do shit for family. Because when I knocked her out and she hit the floor, my cousin hit me in the back with a vase. Boom! Well, why you hit my girl? Why you hit my girl? They got this big ass pottery vase, right? Big old vase. Boom! It shattered across my back. I go, oh! And I stumble. I'm like, man, what the I thought somebody else hit. My cousin is standing there shaking. Like, why you hit my girl? Why you hit my girl? Why the fuck would you do that? And I'm like, I'm confused. My back hurting. I got back spasms. I'm like, man, what the fuck? I said, man, what the fuck is you doing? He like, wait, why the fuck you hit my girl? And he proceeded to run up on me and try to throw punches at me. I'm like, I'm knocking him down because I ain't, I'm knocking his punches down. I said, cuz, what the fuck is you doing? So he was like, man, why the fuck would you do that to my girl? Why would you do that? So he keep trying to punch me. So I grab his shirt like, hey, you better bag up, man. I came over here for you. You called me out of my motherfucking bed, right? So I throw his ass over there to his girl. I say, hey, don't call me again. If she in here about to tell you, do not call me again. So I leave out. And I get in the car, right? I get home. Now, it's about 3:15 in the morning, right? I get in the bed, but I can't sleep. Because I was like, oh, no, he didn't. No, he did not bust me in my... I bet it up, right? I'm not coming to the rescue for nobody else. That's over. It's over, right? So I can't sleep, right? So I like, you know what? I'm hungry. Let me go to the kitchen and get me a bowl of Lucky Charms, right? A bowl of Lucky Charms of Captain Crunch. Hell, I might even eat a bowl of Tricks. Matter of fact, in the comment section, let me know, what is your favorite cereal? Let me know in the comment section. Put your favorite cereal in the comment section. So I'm sitting at my dining room table eating a bowl of cereal, right? And then I hear a knock at the door. So I get up and I go to my living room couch and grab that, because it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I don't know who this is, right? So I rack it back. And I go to the peephole and I look through there and it's a cop. So I'm like, what? So I put the gun over here to the side. I'm like, who is it? Flint Flint PD. I said, what's up? What's happening? They're like, this Donta? I'm like, yeah, what's up? It was like, man, open the door. We need to talk to you. So I'm like, where your partner at? And his partner, it was a black guy, and his white partner come from the side. I guess he at the bottom of the stairs to the right. So he step out. I said, hold on. Because I was naked. I was butt-ass naked, y'all. Don't act like y'all don't eat cereal when y'all naked, too, man. Chill out, y'all. So I said, hold on, give me a minute. So they're like, well, what are you doing? What are you doing? So I said, hey, give me a minute. They was like, oh, you trying to grab a gun? I said, what? So I said, you know what? Forget it. I opened the door, and I'm standing there in all my glory, y'all. I'm standing there in all my glory from head to toe. So they like, hey, man, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? I said, y'all, I was told y'all I was trying to go get some clothes on. They like, man, hey, listen, man, look, we just responded to disturbing. Your family member said that you assaulted his girlfriend. What was that? I said, listen, did y'all see how my cousin looked? They like, yeah, we talked about that. I said, he called me to come get him. He said the girl bust his head open. I went over there. I said, hey, can I put on some clothes? They're like, yeah, go ahead. So I went over into the couch and I grabbed me a cover, a blanket or whatever. I just covered up. So I go over there. I'm like, look, my cousin called me. He said that his girl busted him upside his head, right? So when I get over there, I hear him yelling out, help, right? So I kick the door in and I see her on top of him. Now you see that y'all seen this girl, man. She's a big woman. She's really big. So I came over there and I pushed her. Even though y'all, I said, boom, kicked her up off of him, right? So I said, I pushed her up off of him. We had a little scuffle and he hit me in the back with a vase. So that's what happened. So they like, okay, well, he talking about he want to press charges. Do you want to press charges? I said, he pressing charges on me? They were like, yeah, he want to press charges. But we kind of know, because we been coming out to that house, so we know what been going on, but we just going to chalk it up to mutual combat. I said, all right, bet. All right. So mutual combat, it's mutual. Nobody get in trouble. So I said, okay, thank you, officers. Keep protecting the community, right? And I closed the door. Let me ask y'all a question in the audience. Was I wrong? Was I wrong for putting hands and feet on my cousin's girl? Let me know in the comment section. Was I wrong? Because I could be wrong. And, you know, y'all like family to me. Y'all like family to me. So I need to know, was I wrong? Was I wrong? And if I was wrong, I apologize to y'all. But I'm not apologizing to them. That's out. That ain't going to happen. Let me know in the comment section, all right? If you ain't signed up for my Patreon, make sure you sign up for my Patreon. All my prison stories, my short horror films, my Bible stories, all that is over there on my Patreon, okay? Make sure y'all share this video, hit that like button. And with that, y'all, this is your big partner, Donta. And by the way, I do not advocate for men putting their hands on women, but I do advocate if a woman is being toxic and abusive, get out that relationship. With that, y'all, I'm out.